Okay, we've grabbed our ball, or you're using a weight here. You can also just do this without anything and just hold your hands out in front. All right, let's go ahead and let's go back to that squat. So we're gonna drive back, and then I'm gonna lift the ball up overhead. Drive the weight back in the heels. If that squat does not work for you, remember your option would be to do that hip hinge. I'll show that here, hip hinge and reach. Now I'm gonna start to add a heel raise as I bring that ball overhead. So I'm gonna squat and reach. Let's do that 2 more times. Drive back and reach. 1 more, drive back and lift. All right, I'm gonna step out, and I do not have to do a lot with this to start. So I want you to just start by stepping out, and really this can be more of a squat if you need it to be, but if you can get into a lunge position by lengthening the leg, I want you to do that. And then we're gonna add that optional reach overhead in between. If that doesn't feel good for your shoulders, you can bring the ball out in front instead of overhead. 2 more. Last one, and then we're gonna hold it at the top. Stay here. Alternate the knees, lift right and left. And if that's too big of a movement, get a little smaller. Focus on just getting that knee up to the ball. Otherwise, really bring that heart rate up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open back up again. Let's go back to that squat. Woo, here we go. Drive back, now reach. Coming up onto the balls of the feet. Lift up. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 more. Drive back. All right, we've got that side lunge out. Take it to the right and left. If you want, you're gonna add that reach as you come in. Woohoo! All right, let's hold it up to the top, knees up. Come on. All right, let's open it up, a little side to side. Let's start to get into our core a little bit here. We haven't done any rotating through the spine yet. So now that we're nice and warm, we're gonna start to add some rotation. Ooh, feeling those obliques. Let's go 4 more. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Little figure 8 out in front. That's it. Now this can be a little less cardio by just making it a little bit smaller, but if you want to keep that heart rate up here, a little bigger movement. All right, let's rotate. We'll start with small movement and keeping up the pace. When I slow down, I'm gonna go bigger. All right, here we go, slow. Take it out, other side. Now I can keep my focus forward. If I tend to get dizzy, make this a little smaller. If you're okay with rotating, and that does not make you dizzy, you can turn that head or even just bring it part of the way, but not all the way to the side. Let's do that 1 more time. All right, we're gonna bring it to the center. Now hip hinge, we're gonna go back to that hip hinge that we did earlier. Drive the weight back into the heels as you hinge and lift. 2 more. Let's start to make this more of a lengthening through the back. So you're using those lat muscles. Now right here, we're gonna drive down. And side to side. Back to that little side to side. Think about hip to hip, little arc over with that ball. And figure 8 in front. Ooh, feels good to move. 4 more. All right, let's rotate fast. Rotate. Now, depending on if you're on carpet, on hardwood floor, what you got going on, make sure that you're bringing that knee and the hip with you. Slow down. Here we go. Woo-hoo. Again, don't want to turn my head all the way. Maybe I just go part of the way or I keep it focused forward. I got all my sisters with me. 2 more. All right, let's bring it center, hip hinge. So we've got those straight legs, but we want to make sure that we're keeping a little softness in the knees and not locking those knees. 1 more. All right, let's bring it into that chest. All right, we're gonna set the ball down and we're gonna grab our cans and we're gonna move into our weights in the next section.